My friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is David, and today we're talking about something I wasn't really expecting to be talking about. But it is apparently like the 85th anniversary of Batman or something like that. It's Batman Day. So I sat down and read The Killing Joke for the first time. This is by Alan Moore and Brian Boland. This is the deluxe edition, and this is tiny. I've been tempted in the past to pick this up, knowing that I needed to read this, and I'm glad at this point in time that I never did, because it's probably not worth even the $20 that they want for this, apart from, completionist's sake. It tells a good story. You have the openings here of Batman arriving at Arkham Asylum. He's going in. He's going to go in and talk to the Joker. You can see the Joker's there playing solitaire at the table, not responding, not reacting at all. And Batman's saying some really interesting stuff here. Hey, I came to talk. I've been thinking lately about you and me. What's going to happen to us in the end? We're going to kill each other, aren't we? Perhaps you'll kill me, perhaps I'll kill you. Perhaps sooner, perhaps later. I just wanted to know that I made a genuine attempt to talk things over and avert that outcome just once. So that is opening things up. And then he grabs the Joker's hand. He's like, are you even listening to me? And he notices something. Uh-oh. It's not actually the Joker. It is just somebody who is a stand-in for the Joker there in Arkham Asylum. Joker's on the loose. So, the Joker buys an amusement park, and we get mixed throughout some flashbacks of the person that the Joker used to be. And it tells a really, really interesting story. And the iconic idea behind this, you can see it right here on this back cover. One bad day. Gosh, this glare is just, there we go. One bad day. And there comes a point where the Joker is trying to push people to the point of breaking. There's some pretty extreme consequences to some of the actions that the Joker ends up taking. All in the name of trying to break Batman, to try to break Commissioner Gordon. Because going counter to that is the Joker's backstory, showing that he had that one bad day. And it doesn't directly come out and say it, but it's implied that that is what created this supervillain, the Joker, is that series of events that led to that one really, really bad day. And the Joker is convinced that everyone, when given that kind of a bad day, will break, will snap, will become somebody that they are not. And so it presents a really interesting idea. And it has a joke that plays out at the end. As a whole, this was interesting. It was enjoyable. But not something I think I'm going to need to revisit anytime soon. I have, of course, seen at my local libraries like a whole bunch of different ones. Catwoman, one bad day. Two-Face, one bad day. Like it's spurred off a whole line of other comic book writers playing in that idea of what it is that pushed somebody to this point that they became that supervillain. And that's fascinating. It's a really interesting thing to contemplate. So I'm glad I read The Killing Joke. I have no regrets whatsoever about it. If it's sitting on your shelf, give it a read. It won't take you long. It's only about 40 pages. It is essentially a comic novella. And absolutely worthwhile. So, I also wanted to piggyback in here and show the little bit of Batman that I do own, because I don't own The Killing Joke. I checked it out from the library to give me something to read for the Batman day. But I've got a couple of others on my shelf. Not much. Which is why it makes sense to kind of piggyback it in here. So I've got Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. This is volume 3. So this is Paul Jenkins, Raphael Albuquerque, Peter Milligan, Ricardo Burcelli, and more of comics' top talents tackling tales of Batman. We have Beware the Batman. So this is by Ivan Cohen. So it is based on the Cartoon Network series. We have Batman New 52, volumes 1 and 2. These are the Court of Owls. And these are excellent. I have read these since picking them up, and absolutely phenomenal. If everything from the New 52 was like this, it would have been a huge success. My understanding is this is the exception rather than the rule when it comes to the New 52 stuff. I don't know that I'll ever read much more of the New 52 stuff, but what ones are worth checking out? Leave me a comment. Let me know. Should I read more of that New 52 run on Batman? Or is Court of Owls the peak and it just goes down from there? So I've got Tales of the Batman by Tim Sale. So this is bringing together a whole bunch of different Batman stories throughout that he did. And it was extremely enjoyable to read. I definitely recommend that. Batman Black and White, which I've also read. This is volume 1. I know there's several other volumes where everything is done in black and white. And this also was a really enjoyable read. Batman Year One is probably the best of the Batman things on my shelf. Although Court of Owls, I think I'd give the nod to Court of Owls. It was really, really good. But you can't go wrong with Batman Year One. This is excellent. And then my most recent Batman pickup is The Long Halloween, which I'm planning on reading in October. So if anybody wants to read it together, I'd be more than happy to chat through Voxer or email and go through it. I don't know how many issues are in here, but, do an issue a day. I'm sure we could get through it all in the month of October. Trying to see. Oh, I just go to chapter 1, so it doesn't even have issues. But yeah, I mean, we could figure out a way to slice it up and read through it. It's decent length, so I'm excited to dive into this one because I hear this is a really good one. And that brings me to an end on Batman. I don't have much. Stay tuned because the next comic video that I end up making is going to be talking about the I've got 8 volumes, but Man of Steel for Superman, which I finished reading. And I'll be talking about that, as well as showing all the Superman I do have on my shelf, which again is not a whole lot outside of that. But there you go. All right. We'll catch you later. Thank you, BookTube.